Yeah.
Good day. Welcome to another edition of Cracking the Code. Again, my name's Ryan Skinner, and today I have John Scarpelli with me. John, welcome, brother.
Thank you.
And John, it feels like you're a brother.
Yeah.
I've known John since the day he was born. His uncle and I have been friends for years, and it's crazy how time flies. And he went from being like little John to young John to now he's, adult John.
Yeah.
And so much like myself, you went to Merrimack.
Yeah.
And God, we went up there recently to an event, and we taught a class up there. Man, the campus has changed.
Yeah.
Wow. Night and day.
I
Night
know.
and day.
So many more buildings.
Oh
just
my God,
so
they throw them up
congested.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It is. Every college is like that. That was such a
Yeah.
moneymaker. So I won't push the fact that I don't believe in college or education. I think people should just be out working. But it's funny. A couple of years ago, I told his parents, you know what? I'm going to pull him out of college. He doesn't need to be working. And they're like, let him finish. So I let him finish because I didn't want to torture them. So you've been here now, what, 3 years?
Yeah.
Between working here and internship. And now you're actually on a different side of the business. You're not even under what I'm doing. I do the income planning and the safe stuff. And now you're working with the securities folks.
Yes.
And that's something you got interested in. What'd you say, back when you were at Bridgeton Academy?
Yeah, back at Bridgeton like 5 years ago. I liked watching the market and economic side, so I got into that, and that's what made me want to do stuff into the financial sector.
You know what's funny? A lot of kids your generation, not a lot, but the kids that go into finance, a lot of them do watch the market at a young age, and they do make some moves. They do beat the market at times because, frankly, they're looking at the one and two things, they're buying things they understand rather than like the S&P, which is a huge 500. So, and I know for me, when I was a kid, I always followed the Peter Lynch. If you could draw it with a crayon, you can buy it.
Right.
And to this day, even though I don't work on that side of the business anymore, I always say to somebody, if they're going to do an income product or a product with guarantees, I draw it on the whiteboard, and they better be able to draw it because if it's their money, if it's my money, I need to know how to draw it with a crayon.
Of course.
I don't expect them to be able to come in every time because when they leave here, they go back to life.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the next point is when they leave here, they go back to life. And a lot of times, whether they're working with me or they're working with you guys and we bring you guys in, they're leaving their money with somebody, whether it's this side of the business or that side. And that's relationship build and trust build.
100%.
That's where the game, the nitty gritty comes down because I get news for you. There's a million places you can have people run your money on the guaranteed side, like I do, on the market, like you guys do. But what really matters is like, hey, what makes these people different? Now, I know like, the whole reason I started the show Cracking the Code was it was either about people who overcame adversity and overcame, like myself with addiction and the hell I was in and changed your life. Like how did I line up those numbers perfectly on that combination to make it so I was freed from that jail cell of hell that I put myself in emotionally? Or how do people get to that next level? How do they crack out of the average or the grade and become those elite people, the Tom Brady's? And I believe like there's something unique in each person. And what I always believe in, like with me, my ability to connect. I have a strong ability to connect, and I connect well with people because I my word is my word. It's not always the best thing. So we had a guy in the other day, and he said, "Your word or your name,"
Yes.
put your name on it. And the guy was great. He was a really nice guy. And it's true. When you put your name on something, it matters, or it should matter.
Of course.
It shouldn't be about dollars and cents all the time. Because there's never enough money. It's like when people do drugs. There's never enough drugs. Gambling people, when they win, they'll gamble more till they lose. It's just how they're wired. It comes down to like, who are you and what are you trying to do? And it's service. So recently we talked to your dad, and he had a bunch of folks that had been asking him, hey, when John gets to the business, when John's graduating college, well, here it is, you graduate in college. Yeah. And now we're going to do an event for your dad's friends.
Yeah, which is going to be great.
It's awesome, man. And the reason those people are coming in and want to meet with us is because of one thing, relationships.
Mm-hmm.
The relationship they have with George, your dad, is what's bringing them in. It's not me. It's not you. It's tied to you. But then it's tied to me in the sense that you need some experience back you. But the truth is, they're coming in because your dad's word, his name has been on things for years, and he's honored that.
Yes.
And that's gold. That's gold to you. Like literally, it's going to come in as in financial income for you because your dad has always honored his word.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking great.
Yeah, at home, he tends to put other people ahead of us, which is just the type of person he is.
That's how it goes, buddy.
Yeah, it's how it goes.
People say to me, my ex-wife used to say all the time, like, you're better to other people than you are your own family.
Yeah.
The truth is, it's not intentional, but it's a man's job is to go out every day and to fight like hell to be able to provide for his kids and his loved ones.
Of course.
And when it hurts, not sure it hurts. When you feel like you're stabbed, not feel like that. And to go home, to kiss your kids on the head, smile, and then take work calls and do everything else you have to do, and put some things on the back burner that you'd love to do, so that you can be sure that you can keep providing for them, and go to sleep like everything like you're happy to be doing it.
Yeah.
Sleep, wake up the next day, and do it again. And truth is, like, as a father, like, I'd rather have time with my daughter. I'd rather do this, this, and this. But if I don't do these certain things, then now that I'm divorced, it's a little easier because when I do it with my daughter, I can be 100% present. But as a married guy, yeah, his job is to go home and see you guys and then take that call and go do that for that person. Yeah. And that's why the relationship's here. And he does it so his kids can have a better life.
Of course.
And now, because of that, you literally will have a better life.
Yes.
And you'll have a softer landing. When I got in this business, you had to chase cold calls, you name it. It was I used to walk into the gas station and say, do you have a 401k? Do you want to set one up?
Yeah.
Stuff I didn't even know how to do. I just thought I'd bring in the right people because I was licensed. I just didn't have a clue.
Right.
This is a pretty exciting event. What do you think what's the most exciting part genuinely for you about this whole thing? I mean, this is your kind of kickoff party.
The most exciting thing is to maybe have on board people that I grew up with, having I've seen while I was growing up, seeing my people who I call uncle or auntie who aren't even my uncle or auntie, maybe be a part of something greater, which is me being able to help them, because as I was growing up with them, they always helped me out with small things, whether it was things for baseball or soccer, to even just going out to dinner with them, just seeing them and helping them out. It would make me feel great.
It's the exciting part. I said to you, it's relationships. It's the ability to be of service to people. And it's awesome when it's people that have been of service to you.
Yes.
Give you an example. There's a guy who's former chief of police in a town around here, and great guy. He did so much for me. He used to be a detective when I was going through my addiction struggles in my 20s. And he would treat me with respect and dignity. And I would say to him, why do you look at me? I'm trash. And he'd say, you know what? There was only one perfect person. And that's all he would say. And now I'm able to manage his money and help him with his retirement. And I don't make a dime off because I didn't want to. He doesn't get my pay. Is the fact that I can help this guy out who saved my life. There's another guy who sponsored me, Billy, went down, who's in Florida now. He always says, well, your guys should get paid out. Your friends help you out, like the guys to handle the security side in your team. Mm-hmm. And I said, nobody will make a dime off you. Mm-hmm. I'll never be able to repay what has been given to me. There's a lot of people that you're going to be able to repay. And it wasn't, don't get me wrong, when people come to me that have been friends or people I know from recovery or this and that, I get paid to service them. And they'll be paid, but that you're going to be paid, compensated to service, that you're going to be able to do things for that other people maybe couldn't, other firms, or wouldn't. Remember, anybody learning to do tax planning, like we do the retirement income planning, doing the tax plan, the Roth conversion, stuff like that, it's manageable. But two things. One, it's not always easy. Right. Okay. Two, it's a lot of work. And when people convert money at Roth, they pay taxes. There's less money in the books. So the advisors, that if they're charging 1% or whatever, they're not getting paid as much. So the point being is a lot of people don't want to do the extra mile or won't go because they're in it for the dollars and cents. Yeah. I'm hoping one thing you've learned while you were working under me before you went over to that side of the business is the dollars and cents come when you do the legwork.
Of course.
Somebody once said, do the legwork and leave God handle the results. Yeah. And that's been, so, I've noticed over the last couple of years, you've been a little more spiritual, a little more thinking, So what do you think, how does that play into your business? How does that apply to?
Every morning and every night I pray to be a service of people. And
That's all right. Yeah. Pause. You can cut that.
Yeah. Okay, I forgot the question. Maybe
No, I'll ask you. Okay. So, I know as you become more spiritual over the last couple of years, how does that play into your day-to-day life, your routine, the business side, any of it?
I pray every morning and I pray every night before I go to bed. And I pray that I could be a service to people and I could make someone's day better, or just by being positive. So if I could carry over something, it would just to be positive towards people. That's how spiritually I've been going to church every Sunday. That was my New Year's vow to myself. So I pray that I could be better towards people.
It's good. Listen, that's good stuff. I will tell you, I fell off. I was going to church every week.
Yeah.
Mainly because I had a daughter to bring, and I wanted to give her some religion. I always tell people, I don't care if you're Catholic, Buddhist, Jewish, whatever it is, give your kids something, right? And then they can grow up and figure it all as they go.
Yeah.
And I fell off for a little. I've been trying to get back onto it, but I will tell you, the praying thing, I agree wholeheartedly. And when I'm on point and I'm asking God, the universe, whatever you want to call it God, because the way I was raised, but help me be of service. You know, leaders serve. When I pray before a client comes in, help me be of service to these folks while growing our business. I consider God my business partner. Long time ago, I would go to the beach up in Rockport. I would read these books. And my buddy would say, like, they would just don't jump books, right? Don't, like, trying to survive. I had no money, business in the tank, just getting sober. Finally got a license back. I'm driving like a car. It's okay. I'm getting up to Rockport, reading on the beach. One book said, make God your business partner. Long story short, I stop at a stop sign going home. I'm like, I'm going to make God my business partner. I look up and there's a name. And that's the name of the institution where I get paid through, one of my businesses. And I am telling you, since that day, I haven't always done it perfectly, but I have always made sure that my goal is to be of service. And I found the more I focus on service, the more the business comes. And I realized over the last couple of months, I'm like, we're doing better than ever because we're truly just worried about treating people right. I mean, Saturday we had those clients come in just to teach that little thing, and it was so nice seeing them. And when I first got to get up, there are mornings I wake up and I'm like, I don't feel it. And then when I get going, I'm like, wow, I don't have to do this. I get to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people who look forward to Fridays. Like, I don't care what day of the week it is. I mean, frankly, weekends get a little boring for me. I kind of like working if I don't have to. I think that trying to be of service with that mindset is going to get you further than you know.
And it makes you grateful for everything. Yes.
Gratitude's an action word. I always tell people, don't tell me you're grateful, show me. I've had friends from all different walks of life. I've had buddies I grew up with, my cousins, your uncle, your dad, different people. And I will tell you, they've all had success in different areas. And, whatever you want to call it. And I've learned from some of the guys that were older, treat people really well. Mm-hmm. There was a time in my life where I was going through a tough time, and it was a time your uncle was going through a really tough time, or he was about to. And he spent so much time trying to build me up and make me feel good. Well, his life was in hell. Mm-hmm. And the smile, and I had gotten a new car, but I was still struggling with addiction. Oh my God, you're a superstar! Like making me feel so good. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing is, we gotta try to make somebody's life better, somebody's day better. I gotta call. It just remind me when I get out of here, I'm gonna call a woman back who called Friday. I was out and then she called, and sometimes people need things that are unreasonable. They ask me things that I can't do. Yeah. I can't. I don't know a good mechanic. It's just obscure stuff. I don't have somebody who can come over there and do electrical work. But I will tell you this. I can call and make sure that person feels cared for and heard. Yeah. Because some people don't have anybody in their life. You're going to realize this, you're going to be a big part of people's lives, bigger than the finance, bigger than what they have for income. You said your dad oftentimes would be like, sometimes you have to put you guys on back burner to go do stuff that he committed to for people.
Right. And at the time, I didn't see how important it was. But now that, I'm older and I can understand his trials and tribulations that he went through just to make sure that me, my mom, and my sister had a very comfortable and healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, and that's so important. It's funny you don't see it when you're younger.
No.
We never see when we're younger what our parents do.
All right.
We see them doing it, but I remember being so annoyed. My mom would clean houses. We'd have to go to somebody's house in the summer and sit still while she cleaned the house. Yeah. We couldn't move. We'd make a mess, so we'd have to sit still. And she would be cleaning, and I used to say to her, like, how are you happy? She'd be on her hands and knees scrubbing around somebody's bathroom floor, and she would say to me, I'm happy because when they see this, they're going to be happy when they come home. Right. And this allows me to provide for you guys. And to this day, I think I've gotten the opportunity over time to say to her, hey, like, I admire that. I got my mother's work ethic. She worked like a savage. That's one of the best qualities I got from her. But even like my dad, like I didn't realize how much pressure was on him. I didn't realize that he would drive 2 hours to work in Quincy from where we lived in a standard with a shift with a bad knee, and then 2 hours home. And I never realized, like, you just don't appreciate it. And it's funny. Now, how old's your sister?
She's 20 years old.
Wow, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, she's old.
I think I was actually at her birthday cake I think I was there and you were still here working.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think that was the day I was there. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I still remember, John, you don't understand. Like, it was like yesterday that you guys were like, it goes fast. It's funny because I don't feel 46. I don't. I feel like, my knees and stuff feel 56, and the rest of my body, I feel like I'm 18, 25.
Yeah.
I would say 32. Like, I feel older than my 20s, right? I don't want to go out and party and drink.
Yeah.
But I just feel like very laid back. I have more responsibility now, but I will tell you, the gift of this business is it keeps you moving. It's hard to hit a moving target.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would advise you, get up every day, pray the God of your understanding. I always say God of your understanding. None of us have. I love when people come in with their religious thing. They say this is a fact. It's more when people share things.
Yeah.
Guy here this weekend, Morris, and him and his wife were talking about God, but they were sharing with me their experience. I love that because then I learn from people.
Yeah.
When you push something at me, I just, it's crazy. Life goes by so fast. So fast, and you guys think you're seeing it when you're in college, you're getting out of college. It's gonna go by so fast. You have to do something you love.
Of course.
Because you're gonna do 40, 50 years, whatever this
Right.
is. Because people are gonna live longer and longer with AI. You're gonna do at least 30 to 40 years. Imagine doing 30 to 40 years of something you hate.
You can't. You just can't do that. And waking up dreading to what you do. I mean, I love waking up in the morning, being able to come here. So
It's funny. I've been, over the years, I've been hard on you. In fact, your father's funny. He says, you should make him call you yes, master, no master. I said, I'm not that hard on him. He goes, you should be.
Yeah.
But I'm hard because I care and I love you. Because I'm not the guy who's going to sell his business. I would never sell my clients like cattle. I don't believe in that. To each your own. I mean, some people, they got to sell and cash out. They have a kid that they need money for, whatever. I've been blessed enough that I was established before I had a child. And I want this to be a legacy thing. I want to have, the next generation, you guys taking it to the next level. I want this to make sure that these people, when they retire, they walk in the same door for the next 30, 35 years.
yeah.
And it's special to me. And it means a lot to me that you care, and I can see it in your eyes, Chris's eyes, Mike's eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike's old as hell, so it doesn't matter. He'll go before me. But the thing is, it's important for me to see that people care because these people matter.
They do, and you could see that they could see that we care as much as you put in.
Yeah, they do. It's a team sport.
Yeah.
If this was all about me, it's not. It's a we thing.
Yeah,
I learned that with recovery, and I've learned that with business. If it's business, it's all about you. You know what? You make money. You might be the guy on top, but if people aren't making money around you, they're either not happy or they're going to leave. Two, if you take care of people and you make it so it's a positive experience, when the business does well, they do well, and all that jazz, guess what? Everybody wins.
yeah,
And that's a beautiful thing. I get excited. Like, I get excited when people put money in the 401ks. I get excited to give you guys bonuses.
Yeah.
I get excited about all of it because it's bigger than me.
yeah.
So let me ask you, what do you think? What your thoughts on this night? We have for your dad's friends. What's your big thoughts? I want some feedback here. I want the juice. What's on your mind? Are you excited? Are you scared? You're shitting yourself? What's going on?
I'm both because they're going to see me for the first time in a professional setting, but I'm very excited to offer what I have as a person and what I've been learning these past couple of years. I worked so hard to get my license during school. I had this sleepless nights, very stressful weeks. Had to put everything to the side, even school. My grades fell back a bit, but
School doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. But
write that down if not remember it. Don't tell your parents.
but it was tough. It was really stressful for me, but I ended up coming up on top. And I was.
What did I tell you? I told you once you got it, would it matter?
No.
It doesn't matter, does it?
No.
All the bullshit that's behind you doesn't matter, does it?
No, but I just remember being in the testing room. I cried with tears of joy, jumping, and the guy had to tell me to calm down. But it was a great experience. But now that I'm actually in the environment where I could actually apply my knowledge, it's a blessing. It really is, and I'm very thankful that I was given this opportunity.
Told you I'd hang in there with you. You got so nervous. You'd always think, it's a lot of people. So I had to get early on. I had to get a bunch of licenses. I had a 66. I had a 7. I had to get a life, accident, health. So all these exams. I remember one I failed once, and I remember being like, I'm going to fail miserably.
Yeah.
And I told you, as long as you hang in there, you're going to pass. Once you passed, The other stuff doesn't matter. You were doing well, going to school. You're lucky you did when you're young. Cause I had to retake my 65 in my mid-30s. And it was a lot harder.
Yeah.
I remember failing the first time I got 71. Back then the pass was 72.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is now. Second time I got like a 76 or whatever.
Yeah.
And the funny part is I eventually didn't end up doing that side business anyways. I just handed it off because nobody can be great at everything. And the thing with your dads that night, the great thing is your father's going to be, people are going to see you and your dad and me and your mom and see it for what it is. They're going to see you part of a team.
Of course.
You're not calling the shots in the mind because nobody gives a 20-something-year-old kid that.
No.
But they're going to see you part of something bigger.
Yeah.
And there's experts and that they're going to be your clients, but they're going to be cultivated with other support. And over time, it'll be more, you'll be steering the ship more. Just like young Chris is. Like over time, people get handed, they grow into roles.
Yeah.
But it's going to be great for you because it's going to build something. They're going to see the support around you, see the success, and see what we can do that makes us different. And for them, what's going to be great is they're going to know, hey, at some level, young John Scarpelli and George, their name's tied to my money, so I know it's going to be okay. I know good decisions will be made. They're going to have peace of mind whether they think you're handling direct or you're on the back burner and you're kind of getting involved. They're going to know that those same guy they pick up the phone and call when they need something done in Medford is the same guy they're going to have guy in their retirement plan.
Of course.
It's going to be an exciting night. We have to lock down the day today.
Of course.
We got to I talked to Kim today about it. We got to get this.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's time to get it going.
Yeah.
This is what it's about, cracking the code. For you, cracking the code is this: taking your talent, taking your license, taking your dad's friends and family like connections, people you call auntie and uncle, and we're gonna put them in a room that has that vibe.
Yes.
Avelinos, Pete's got that vibe at that place.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
It's funny when we called that day, he was such an ass, and then when he realized it was me, he's like, hey, I'm like, because we can all be at that. If I don't know who's calling me, I can be an asshole.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put this together. And it's going to take you to the next level. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting for me. It's exciting for me to be part. When Chris died taking off and this and that, I get to be part of something bigger than myself. Because sometimes, otherwise, you lose your juice. Yeah. And then, of course, I learned about the Roth conversion. And then I was like, this is one more thing that gets me amped up.
Yeah.
This is the shit I love. This is why I get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm proud of you. I know you put a lot of work to get licensed.
Yeah.
I know you do a lot of work. Even putting this podcast on. Bill coming down here, and when I want to give Bill credit because if anyone's trying to put on a podcast, this doesn't just happen. I've got a young man who kicks this off, and who for a reasonable price can run a podcast for you. And and he gives me 10% of everything he gets. In all honesty, though, I think it's really important that people realize that this is a we thing too. Yeah. Podcast, everything we do is a we thing. Nobody walks this path alone.
Of course.
Each of us needs all of us, and I'm really excited you're doing this, bud. We're going to lock this date down today. We're going to get this going. Listen, people helping people, baby. This is what it's all about.
Yeah,
Each of us needs all of us. This is how we crack the code. God bless.